What's going on, guys? As usual, welcome back, man. I am Eric, and welcome to my humble little channel here, Through Blind Eyes, my Philippine quests. Like to, as I always do, welcome back my old and current subscribers, any new subscribers, and anybody that's on that dang fence. If you're on the fence, man, get off, or I swear to God, I'm gonna throw you in a school of jellyfish. Just kidding, guys. I'm not morbid like that. It's hard to keep coming up with those fence jokes. I try, but man, it's, you know, I gotta start thinking about those more, get more creative. But anyway, welcome back, guys. I appreciate you guys as always, man. Spend a few minutes with me of your time, very precious time. It's very important, and it's more important than anything else because it's the one thing that even money itself cannot really buy you more of. So, as always, I appreciate that. Maraming salamat sa iyo to my Filipino viewers and subscribers. I really appreciate you guys, and I will be seeing you soon, less than a month now, guys. I will be in the Philippines, and I appreciate all of your love and support and good wishes on Facebook. It's because of this that I'm coming. Alright, so this is my second attempt, guys. I got like a third of the way. Well, I got all the way through recording the video, and then I go to check it, and it only recorded like the first 2 minutes. So that is like a whole lot of talk I just did for absolutely nothing. The joys of doing YouTube, guys. But anyway, man, to pick up where I left off, yeah, appreciate you guys spending some time with me as always. Yeah, 5 things. As usual, you guys know me. And my 5 things. Can I fit in the Philippines? And I use the quotation marks "fit in" because you know, here I don't really try to fit in. I never really did. Maybe when I was really younger, but then once I hit like, I don't know, mid-teenage years, I kind of just became you know, a lone wolf, if you will. I mean, I've always had friends and stuff like that, but like I've never tried to be part of the crowd. But well, you know, going to Philippines, I'm definitely going to be on my, you know, my best behavior, and I don't mean that in a way like, you know, try to put on a show for anybody or be fake, because that's, you know, being fake. I'm going to be me. But, you know, first impressions, as you guys know, last a lifetime, and I don't want to, you know, you don't want to make a bad first impression, so I'm going to do my best to, you know, be, yeah, to show my best to the Philippines, the best that I can. So let's get into it, guys. Can I adapt to my surroundings? You know, things like climate. I've talked about that many times before. You know, it's hot in the Philippines. I'm not used to that coming from cold weather here in Michigan. It's going to be a struggle for a while. You know, different culture. Philippine culture is, some things they do are kind of like here, but for the most part, it's nothing like here at all. And a big part of that I like. Definitely, I'm obviously attracted to a good part of the Philippine culture. That's why I'm going. Now, the Filipino way of life, you know, the whole binahala na, and they're never really too much in a hurry, and kind of laid back, relaxed lifestyle, the island lifestyle, if you will, is another one. Dealing with hardships of my own. You know, there's things that I'm gonna go through over there that I never really had to deal with here, like, you know, things being out of stock, or, you know, really long lines at the bank, things like that. I've touched on that before. It's going to be an eye-opener for sure, and I'll get a small taste when I go there for 2.5 weeks, but that really ain't that long, so it's not anywhere near enough time to fully absorb. That's just to at least kind of get my feet wet in the Philippines, and yeah, see if I can handle it. But watching other Filipinos too, or maybe not other Filipinos, just other people in general struggle. You know, you have to be strong to survive in the Philippines. There's no doubt about that. You have to be strong to survive in life as is, but, you know, the Philippines especially, in certain areas, at certain times, certain situations, it can be very, very tough over there. I've seen it, I've heard about it from other people. It's definitely, yeah, the Philippines can kick your butt if you don't watch yourself. That's absolutely. Do I have anything, you know, in common with Filipinos? And I mean, kind of a short list, a few that I do and a few that I don't. We both think that family is very important, even though, as you guys know, that I well, those of you who've been watching my videos for a while, know that I haven't really had the best family experience. But that doesn't mean that I don't think that it's extremely important, because it is. It's actually one of the most important things in life, and one of the reasons why I'm going to the Philippines. To hopefully maybe find that someday. It's a huge piece. Anybody that doesn't have that or hasn't been blessed with that, it's a huge piece missing out of your life. I've experienced it, and so have a lot of other people, I'm sure, unfortunately. But another thing I have in common with them, we both obviously believe in a higher power. I'm not so much religious, and that's kind of one of the things we don't differ on. Is like, it's obviously it's 85% Catholic, and I think the rest is Muslim or a few other different religions. But I'm not religious. I never have been, and never will be. For me, it's a little too binding. I'm more spiritual. I'm very in touch with God and the energy around me. It's my belief that everything vibrates, everything has energy. But anyway, yeah, that's that's a whole other topic for a whole other video. I'm pretty laid back. I'm not confrontational. I don't like confrontation at all. I definitely am similar with Filipinos in that way, 100%. Violence is never, always should be last resort. Even an argument and fighting is bad energy. I don't like it. I'd rather just, whatever, dude, walk away. Your life's not worth getting worked up about anything, really. I haven't mastered it myself. Believe me, I still get worked up at times, but it's the wrong move. It really is. Some of the things that we don't have in common, obviously, like I said, the religion thing. I'm spiritual, they're religious. Important here, so I'm not really used to that. I worry about how I'm kind of getting assimilated into my girlfriend's family, or whatever family, if me and her don't work out. It's I haven't really experienced that much, so that's gonna be one of the most difficult things. I think about that a lot. Another one is it's fast-paced, very fast-paced life here. That's definitely not how it is in the Philippines at all. So I really got to let that go, and that's going to be difficult too, because it's all I've ever known. Definitely. And obviously, the language barrier. You know what I mean? I don't speak Tagalog very well. I'm trying to learn, but that's always going to be a factor. I think that's a lot of the reason for the miscommunication. Like, I hear a lot of expats say a lot of the orders, like when they go to McDonald's or places like that, Jollibee or whatever, the orders get messed up. Well, have you even tried to learn a sentence or two? And you could study for 15-20 minutes and learn several different Tagalog phrases. How much is this, or I like a number 3 please, with this and this on it, and not that. It's like you gotta kind of meet Filipinos halfway. Man, English is not their first language. You can't expect them to speak it as well as we do. It's not gonna happen, and that's where a lot of the lost in translation stuff comes from. And that'll be talking about that later in the video. But I'm going to make an effort. I wish everybody else would too, even though I can't control other people do, but wishful thinking. Now, number 3 is being younger going to be a factor, and this is more for the expats over there. Obviously, I'm a lot younger than the average expat. I'm 41, even though there are probably expats over there that are my age and younger for sure. But it seems like they're pretty few and far between. The ones I've seen mainly on YouTube and just read about, whatever. However, I've learned. Are definitely older than me. I think the average expat is like 58, 60 years old. So, quite a difference there. I'm going to be a lot younger, have a lot more energy. I do try to learn from my elders, the ones that are not retarded. I shouldn't say that word, but the ones that are not, all there. I've always gotten along with older people. I mean, for the most part, don't be wrong, but because I'm very mature for my age. But I'm not going to be, I'm not dealing with the people calling me youngster or sport or kid. Like that's not going to fly. I'm 41. My name's Eric, and that's what you're going to call me by. Or we're not going to do each other. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? I show respect, but I also demand it back in return. That's just the way that's going to be. So, number 4, will other people, maybe mainly Filipinos, will they like my personality? Will they be able to understand the fact that because of my blindness and things like that, and the things that have, branched off because of that, main I'll call it disability, handicap, hardship, whatever, shortcoming. It shaped the way I am. You know, what we live shapes us, and then we reflect that back out into the world. That's how we are as human beings. And believe me, guys, there's been a lot of lost in translation moments in my life because of that disability. And I'm not saying that people have to care; it's not their job. But you know what? It's not my job to try to fit in with you either and try to keep up with normal people. I learned a long time ago it's never going to happen. Accept me for who I am. Understand this is what I deal with. Keep me in mind when you deal with me, and I will most certainly keep you in mind. You know, if you got a bum leg or something, and hey Jim, let's go for a 2-mile run. Like, no, you got a bum leg. I need to keep that in mind. Well, same goes. You know, for me, I'm not gonna say I demand that from people, but if I see people who aren't really keeping you in mind, at least sometimes, can't expect it 100% of the time, but at least sometimes, then they're probably not someone you want to be around. They're probably a selfish a-hole. Because selfish people don't think of other people. People that are not selfish do. Not 24/7, that's a little too much to ask, but at least here and there, those little cues that let you know, hey, this person at least gives a shit enough about me, enough to remember that, hey, I got this, and this going on. You know, don't come at me from sideways, you know, talking to me like I don't have this going on, you know what I mean, whatever it may be. Like, that's stupid on such a massive level. But anyway, I might appear kind of standoffish sometimes to people, and people might think that I'm like an arrogant jerk. I'm not. I just like to, especially when I'm around people that I don't know, like new people, I kind of more quiet, I kind of observe. I just kind of taught myself that growing up. You know, you should listen twice as much as you talk. That's why you have two ears and one mouth. I wish everybody would follow that advice. I was told that many years ago, and at least in the initial stages, until I get comfortable with you, that's just how I am. And I don't mean anything by it. And also understand too, I can't see like you. I can't see like a normal person, so I'm not going to be able to, you know, voice my environment like a normal person would. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. So keep me in mind, really, at the end of the day. After all that, just keep me in mind. I will most certainly keep you in mind. And that's, you know, that's not a big deal, I don't think. I don't think that's asking too much. The last one, yeah, like I said earlier, can I get past the whole loss in translation factor? And part of it starts with the language. You know, like I said, I'm trying to learn Tagalog, but it's not easy. It's not easy. The Philippine language, Filipino got that glottal stop, so it's the way they pronounce their words is definitely different than us. You know, like this. Okay? There is always hope, or there's always hope. Laging may pag-asa. So it's like I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it's like sharp, like brief little intervals in their words. You know what I mean? Like us, we say there is always hope. There is no like interval in there. You know, laging may pag-asa. Pag-asa. You know what I mean? So it's just, you know, little things like that. The culture, like I said before, and that's just everything. I'm not going to keep touching on that. You know, you guys know what culture is. Have patience and respect. Respect's no problem for me. I got a lot of that. Patience, definitely. I need some work on that. But we're trying. The Philippines is going to force it upon me. You guys are going to force it. You guys are going to force it out of me. I mean, I'm going to grow up some really heavy-duty patience, or I'm not going to make it in the Philippines, that's for sure. And the last one, man, is don't try to change the Philippines. Let the Philippines change me. And that's, I think that goes along with just going with the flow and letting whatever will be. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like the Beatles said, man, let it be. So, all right, guys. I hope you guys got something great out of that. As always, I appreciate your time. Like I said, it's the most important thing in our universe, in life itself, because that's one thing that money cannot buy. And I really appreciate you guys spending, even if it's a few minutes, with me today. As always, it is unbelievably appreciated. If you got anything out of this, man, any kind of positive anything, for whatever reason, weird reason you like to hear me yap, I don't know why you would, but maybe you do, please smash that like for your buddy Eric. It really helps, as always, with those pesky YouTube algorithms. Pesky. I don't get it, guys. Like, I put in the same amount of work on a video, and one gets like 1.5 or 2,000 views, which is an unbelievably large amount for me, and then another one gets like 100. It's like, what? Who knows, man? Who knows? I'm definitely not a YouTube pro, and I probably never will be, but I'm doing my best. Subscribe if you're new, of course. Come along this journey with me, guys. Like I said, less than 30 days, man, and we'll be in the Philippines. I know you guys have been waiting. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me. Maybe I started my channel a little early, but you know, I've already said before why I do that. If you want me, I'll link up the why I'm doing videos on the Philippines still being in America. Maybe I'll throw that up here. Just maybe some of you new guys haven't seen that. And don't forget to gently rub the notification bell so you never miss out on any of my wacky and wild and crazy and sometimes really, really good and informative videos. Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys as always. Take care of yourself. And remember, we only have one world. Okay? And we're all family. At the end of the day, I don't care about your skin color, your background. I don't care how much money you got or don't got, how big your house is or isn't, how hot your wife or girlfriend is or isn't, how big your family is or great your family is or isn't. I don't care about any of that, man. And you know what? Whatever God you believe in, I guarantee he, she, it, them, they, whatever you want to call God, whatever God is to you, I guarantee it doesn't care about any of that. Because you can't take any of that crap with you. The only thing you can take is your memories and hopefully your memories. And, you know, that's about it. Who you are inside you and inside your soul. That's really all that's going with you. And think about it like this, guys. When you stand in front of God someday, if you believe in God, believe me, you're going to be judged. If you stand in front of God someday, I mean, if I'm God, I'm not. I'm never going to be. Don't get me wrong. Don't take that the wrong way. But if I'm God, you know, I'm going to ask you, hey, so-and-so, so what did you do with the time you had, the gift I give you of life? What did you do to help your fellow people? You know what I mean? Your brothers and sisters. What did you do? You know, it's almost like a job interview to get in heaven, you know. That's how I would treat if I was God, you know. And damn it, you better have an answer for me. Well, I don't know if I can answer everything, but for me, I'm coming to the Philippines to try to help people however the hell I can. With the YouTube channel as a platform, whatever else, even just through time. You know, I'm never just going to throw out money, even if I ever end up having a lot, because that's not the way it should be done. But help however that is. Doesn't matter. So if it's a few bucks or time or, you know, being a shoulder for somebody to cry on or an ear to listen, however help comes, it doesn't matter. When God asks me that question someday, when I stand before it, I want to be able to have an answer. And I can say, Father, I went to the Philippines. Well, I help people in America, but I really stepped out of the box. And I went to the other side of this beautiful world that you created, and I tried to help people. That's what I did. You know, think about that, guys. Okay? I love you all. Appreciate you for being here. And I will see you next time. Peace.